What's going on, YouTube gang? It's Mellow DFS coming to you live and direct, here to give you my favorite plays for today's 6-game main slate. Today is the 22nd of February. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday to start their weekend fresh and also collecting that bag. You say hi too? Everybody, that's Olivia. That's my daughter, y'all. So say hello. You gonna say hello? Let's jump right into it. If you like the video, give a thumbs up. Any questions or concerns, comment below. Please also subscribe if you're new or supporting the channel. I appreciate the love. Press that bell icon so you always stay notified for new videos. Let's jump right into it, y'all. Going to the point guard slot, I'm liking Trae Young here. Going against Dallas with a 239 implied total here at this spot. He is on fire as well. Now, he had only 1743. I mean, he has duds in this spot here, but knowing he has that 66 fantasy point game, especially against Heat, that was definitely a contrarian play, especially Miami's defense and slow pace. Just to see him going off right now, he is balling at home, averaging almost 50 plus fantasy points at home, y'all. So somebody could definitely look into. We also have Brembry out, Hunter's doubtful, so he's definitely gonna get a bump in usage with them out in this game to help him keep this game competitive. So I like Trae Young at this spot on both platforms. So somebody definitely could consider here. Of course, you got Luka Doncic. It is a great battle with Trae Young. In the spot, we gotta look into if Porzingis is going to be out, because usually he's out on the second game back-to-back. So if he's out, this definitely gives him a crazy bump in usage. You already know it's like about 30%, at least 30+% in usage without him on the court. He's already averaging 1.62 fantasy points per minute on the court, y'all. He has great upside here. So it's another game like 47 and 38 in the last two against Atlanta, but it's one of those games where he could give you that 55 plus. And his price tag, he is a cheap play. He's only like 10,000 on FanDuel, 10,200 on DraftKings. So I can see a 55 plus and that play for Luka here, especially without Porzingis on the court. All right, also you want to go for some savings play. I like Goran Dragic. All right, he's 4,900 on FanDuel. He is 54 on DraftKings, but still like this play against Cleveland as their worst against the point guard spot. And also is a great pace for Miami here. So good spot for Dragic here. He could give you that 30 fantasy point game. You want to go for a cheap play. So somebody you want to consider at point guard. Going to the shooting guard. All right, now going to the shooter guard, I like Jimmy Butler here. I mean, he's 8,100 on FanDuel, 82 on DraftKings. Going against Cleveland, still a great spot for him, y'all. He dominated him last time with that 50 fantasy point game, 36 in the last two games, had that 47 last game as well. So it was a great play for him. He had a 54 in the last 4 games, so he's been rolling. So somebody also consider here against Cleveland. If you want to go for some savings, I like Donovan Mitchell at 6,900. That's too cheap for him. Knowing the upside against Houston, it's going to be a fast-paced game for Houston, as Houston's 103.3 to Utah's 98.5. So it's a great bump in pace for Utah here, going against Houston with a 234 implied total, and he's 7,400 on DraftKings. So it's a great play. He also has great upside potential here. He had a 52, 58 in the last 5 games against Houston with great ceiling potential. So I like this spot for him. Now, also looking to Jordan Clarkson once again, because if Mike Conley's out, this definitely still helps him out in this play, because they don't need him to ball out. All right, he's 5,300 on both platforms, so another good play for Clarkson. He had a 40 last game against them, 33 in the last 5, so it shows potential, shows some upside in this spot here for Jordan Clarkson against Houston. So we gotta look into the status if Mike Conley's going to sit, but if he does, then we're gonna lock in Clarkson. Another guy I can look into is Kevin Huerter, man. I still like this play. Like I said before, with Brembry out and Hunter out, Huerter's in a great spot here against Dallas. He's definitely going to help him out, especially with this price tag at 4,500 on FanDuel. Still too cheap, but he's 54 on DraftKings. Still a good spot here. He had 27, 24 in the last 2 against Dallas, so he has a safe floor in my opinion. So he could give you that 30 plus fantasy point game to definitely help out with the Atlanta's offense in the spot against Dallas. So good spot for him. All right, so we're looking to that injury news for Atlanta. All right, another good spot here at small forward, Giannis. All right, great play. 11,300 on FanDuel, 11,200 on DraftKings. Still a great play. him versus Embiid, they always had a great game against each other, so definitely a game to watch here. He had a 69 last game, 85, 90, 78 in the last 5 games against Philly, so it shows potential upside here against them. So I mean, all you need is 58. I mean, you already projected him at a 58.7 projection, and that's easy value. So if he could get that and more, I'm gonna take that and roll with it. So I like this play for Giannis against them for today. Another guy you can look into is Jay Crowder. Once again, it was hard. He had a lot of fouls last game. He only had 26 fantasy points, but hopefully he could stop with the fouling and just ball out. And a great play against Cleveland. So he's 4,600, 48 on DraftKings. Great play for Jay Crowder here. He has the potential. He has a great floor, y'all. He had 32, 27, 24, 28, 32. Great floor play. He gave you that 30+ fantasy point game. He's got to stop with the fouling. I think he had like 5 fouls last game. So if you keep the fouling low, it's a great potential spot here for Jay Crowder. All right. Now going into our power forwards. All right, now I said before, I mean, Kristaps is in a good spot here, but he's more likely, he usually sits on the second game back-to-back. So if he sits, we could go down to another safe play with Maxi Kleber at 3,800. It's too cheap knowing the upside here. All right, he had 39 last game, 39 on DraftKings. Great spot here. He had 22 minutes with 33 fantasy point game last game. So great spot here. I think he had like a 44. I think he had a 44+ game. Yeah, 42 fantasy point last time he played against Atlanta, and that was without Porzingis. So like I said before, if he's out, Keeper's a great spot here for some upside at 3,800, 39 on DraftKings. And also Jared Allen's in a good spot, 5,100 on FanDuel. But you're looking at a cheap play at 43 on DraftKings. Too cheap, even though he was shut down by Embiid last game. You know, he only had 12 minutes for 0 fantasy points last game. But he going against Charlotte. Horrible front court. Easy to bounce back here. He dominated them all the time in the last 3 games. 39, 36, 46 in the last 3. Definitely a great game to bounce back. Also, if you're worried, yes, DeAndre Jordan was playing in those games as well. So he still has potential upside with Jordan on the court. So Jared Allen, a cheap play, especially on DraftKings to ball out. Definitely sign me up with Jared Allen. Let's go to our next play at center. Of course, like I said before, Joel Embiid's in a good spot against Milwaukee. He just plays well with Giannis, so good spot here. 42, 54, 81, 78, 69 in the last 5 against Milwaukee. Great game to target if you want to go up on the center. But of course, if you want to pay down, like I said, DeAndre Jordan, good play. 5,500 on both platforms, and he shows upside against Charlotte. He had a 30, 42, but he had a 22 in the last 3. So like I said, Jared Allen for me is a better upside play for me. So I'm more likely going to pivot to Cody Zeller. Last game he played and he had 38 fantasy point game and only 25 minutes. So going against Brooklyn at 29th against opposing centers, great spot for Zeller. 25, 33 in the last 2 games against Brooklyn. He could give you that 30+ fantasy point game. With this price tag is all we really need, but he could give you more. So this is a good game to target for Cody Zeller. And those are the plays so far I'm looking into for today for NBA slate. All right, like the plays, give a thumbs up. Also, please comment below for your favorite player for today. Also, if you have any questions with your lineups, comment below. Using Draft Dashboard tools, you want access to my player pool, click the link in my description. Once you sign up, access to the NBA cheat sheet, give you the best plays of the slate. Without doing research, you have access to your sleepers and your studs. Click on your watch players, you have access to your player pool, and you'll see my Watch Mel's DFS picks button up top to get access to my player pool for either DraftKings or FanDuel. Click on your lineup optimizer to generate quality lineups. You also have access to the GPP or cash selection for your lineup. So that's definitely great to know and have for your tournaments, y'all. So I love y'all. Y'all collect that bag for this weekend. It's Melo DFS, and y'all stay blessed. See y'all in the next video.